Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly video update. I am Matt DeWolf, Chief Marketing Officer for the International Car Wash Association and your host on this adventure, friends. We are the program for you that comes out every single week, and we're going to give you at least one, maybe two, maybe three key takeaways, but at least one every single week that you can take back to your business. We're big on lifting up this industry, we're big on sharing ideas, and we're big on telling your stories. So to make sure we can do that, make sure you're telling us your stories, right? So send me a note at mdewolf@carwash.org if you've got something great you want to share. No matter how big or how small, we want to lift you up and share those successes. All right, let's get into it. We've got an event coming up for you. I want to make sure you got this on your calendars. We've got ICA's Pitch coming up July 26th. That's at 11 a.m. Central Time. This is an ICA members only event. So what is Pitch? Well, Pitch is where we bring 6 companies together for you. We're going to talk about what they're bringing to the car wash market in terms of new products, new ideas, innovation, services, all the things you need to make sure that you are staying ahead of the competition and when it comes to the car wash industry. So make sure you mark your calendars for that. Again, July 26th, 11 a.m., ICA members only. You have to be a member to be part of this. And friends, that's all you need to know about Pitch for now. All right. We've got some sad news to report. We had the loss of an industry legend over the last week. Joe Dom from Mike's Car Wash. He passed away at age 96. That's a former Hall of Fame winner, a former International Car Wash Association president, and really, truly one of the original car washers in the United States. And so the legacy that family has built and that Joe was a major part of is really pretty tremendous. And the amount of lives that they've impacted is really impressive. And that organization continues to grow today. Now it's Mike's and Crew Car Wash. They're doing phenomenal things. And really, I think what Joe would have so appreciated that they did for him before he entered his kind of final resting place was check out this photo. They sent him through the tunnel one last time just to send him off the right way. And this is a great little tribute to a really phenomenal legacy that Joe Dom and the entire Dom family has left on the car wash industry. So join me in just a moment of honoring Joe Dom. Okay, so it's a hard shift to go from that to what's next, but we're going to try it. So let's talk about what's going on this week in car washing. From a news perspective, we've got M&A activity as always. Magnolia has opened up a new Blue Sky Express location down in Panama City. They continue to grow at Magnolia, so we're always watching those folks down there. So kudos to them for that. We've got something coming for you from Take 5. So Take 5's inaugural Take 5 Takeover, I love that name, raised over $1,800 for Duke's Children's Hospitals. So Take 5 Takeover is really just a fun name for car wash, charity car wash. So y'all are probably doing these. Tell me about them. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know how you're making an impact in your community because Take 5 is very clear that they are really leaning into that as part of their strategy as they continue to grow in those markets and make sure that they know the communities where they are serving know that is important to them and they are part of it and they are local. So I want to know your stories. Share them with me. We've also got some news for you from Tommy's. They've expressed a new referral program. So this is within the Tommy Club app. This is a program, really it's kind of like a loyalty and rewards program where they, the customer can refer a friend, give a link, and then if that friend takes action on that, boom, I've got $5 in my app to be able to use for app purchases. So pretty cool stuff going on with what Tommy's is doing with their app. So worth checking out if you have a moment. And then we've got one more for you in the news column. This is pretty cool. I'm a big proponent of making sure that when you talk about your brand, that really does show up in everything you do. And I think that this organization is doing a phenomenal job with that. This is Mint Eco. They're down in Florida, and their name says eco, right? So their big thing is they want to be eco-friendly. They're core to that in everything that they do. And so because there's nothing that really exists to kind of give them that audit and go through their practices and procedures and see how they're doing, they created their own. All right. So they have their own self-audit It's an environmental audit, and they categorized it by 5 kind of key components of what they're doing and what their footprint looks like with their business. And they released those results publicly. So really cool stuff, really neat report, really interesting way for them to say, look, we are saying as a brand that the environment is very important to us, and sustainability is a message we stand behind. And here's how we're standing behind it. All right, last thing I've got for you. We've got an episode of Car Wash the Podcast that has dropped. This is Alex Chasovsky. He was one of the speakers at the Car Wash Show 2023 in Las Vegas. And Alex really is big on checking out macro trends in economics, and then also kind of looking at the labor market. And so we've got some updates for you in terms of what you should be focusing on and what you should be looking at in this current environment. So check out just this quick clip from Alex from that episode.
And one other piece of advice that I would really stress at this point in the cycle is shift the focus from revenue growth. I mean, top line expansion has been top of mind for the last couple of years. You really need to focus on profitability metrics, right? With inflation where it is, cost of labor continues to rise. In May, it was up 4.3% year over year. So, your people are going to continue to ask for more money, and you have to be willing and able to give more than just a 2%, cost of living adjustment kind of increase if you want to keep your folks, because there's plenty of opportunities, as I alluded to earlier, for them to jump ship somewhere else. Your materials are likely going to remain expensive. Cost of doing business is going to be putting pressure on your bottom line. And so you have to make sure that you're staying profitable while you're also trying to grow the business overall.
All right, so that's just a quick snippet from that entire conversation. You can download that wherever you are consuming your podcast content. And while you're there, you might as well leave us a rating and rank us and send us to a friend. Why not? Okay, friends, that's all I got for you this week. Remember, if you want to be in this program, you need to let me know what you're doing. I want to celebrate you. I want everybody else to celebrate you, because I know that you all are doing amazing things. So let's share it. Let's shout it from the rooftops. And friends, when you're out there just killing it washing cars, you know exactly what you have to do, and that is keep it clean.